What is up, YouTube? One of my friends asked me one of my friends from home, so she doesn't live near me, so she doesn't know what I'm like up to, asked me what I was up to, and I figured I would just make a YouTube video because people ask me what I'm up to this year quite a bit, and honestly, it's kind of complicated, so I feel like I should just make a video because I'm sick of explaining it. Let's get into it. I was supposed to start a post-baccalaureate program. I have a degree in bio with a chem minor, and the post-bac that I was gonna do was effectively the same as a first year of a PhD. I would have been rotating in labs and taking a couple classes every semester. And the way I see it, it's somewhat of a senior year for me, except it would be obviously a little bit different because that's not like a normal senior year for most people. But I graduated college when I was supposed to be a sophomore when I was 19 or 20, depending on how you look at it. And I can make a separate video about that if people want to know more about it. But I graduated when I was super young and I was like, I don't know what to do. This is weird. Why did I do that? And then I've just been riding the wave since. And then I was like banking on this program to give me another year in school, and it would have paid me around the same as a graduate student stipend as well. But unfortunately, because of the state of science funding in America, that program no longer exists. It got doged. Womp womp. What are you gonna do? Shit happens. And I was pretty upset at first. I was asking my boss in the lab I work in if there was any way that I would be able to start a PhD or anything like that, and he was like, probably not, all things considered. And there were just a lot of things in the way of me doing that, which is perfectly fine, because honestly, I don't even think I was really ready to start a PhD or anything, and I think what I'm doing is going to be a lot better. And I was able to actually like enjoy my summer and not be cooped up in a lab literally all the time. So pretty perfect. But since I already work in a lab, I was saying that I was cosplaying as a student all last year. This year I'm like actually cosplaying as a student. And by that I mean I'm showing up to classes, I'm auditing them, which means that it's not for any credit or anything. I'm just taking them for fun, effectively. And boy, am I gonna be having a good time. I'm basically just pretending that my program wasn't defunded. I'm taking the same classes that I would have taken, actually one extra as well, and working in the lab that I work in already like normal. And I also have a second job on the side to pay the bills, which is like the only difference that it made. And I actually really love my second job, so I'm super duper okay with the whole arrangement we have here. Also, since I think a lot of the reason that science funding is so under attack is just because scientists are not always the best at articulating why science is important and like what we're doing, and I think that there's just a lot of misunderstanding between the general population and the science community. I'm gonna work on a project that's gonna try to help that out by creating more accessible information for people about at least what we study in my lab. And maybe it'll help reduce some of the stigma around science. Maybe it won't, but like at the very least it'll help my communication skills. I'm also just gonna have as much fun with this year as possible because the school that I'm at, there's like football is a big thing, and the actual college that I went to was very different. So I'm just gonna like try to experience it a little more, because as much as I said I was cosplaying as a student last year, I was actually just being a bum. So I'm just gonna get back on my learning grind and try to make something cool of it all. Improvise, adapt, overcome type shit. Yeah, leave your questions in the comments. That's what I'm doing with myself for the year. See you in the next one. I'll probably make a lot more videos about this type of thing.